you because I know a lot of you are here to talk about the Diddy of it all. Oh, Lord. So as you know, we've been covering a lot of Diddy since the home raids that were completed on his home in Los Angeles and in Miami last week. It's been over a week since the home raids. Misa Hilton, Justin Combs' mother, has spoken out, slamming the feds. But there's been mixed reactions. A lot of people are saying that you should be more upset with Diddy for putting your children in this position. I know she refers to Justin Combs as one of her sons, not biologically, but I'm sure because they're brothers, that's part of the reason why he's part of the family. He's part of the family. So she slams Diddy and she doesn't slam Diddy. I think people expected her to slam Diddy, but she ended up slamming the feds. And look, I think a lot of people are like, are they overly aggressive, especially because this is a black celebrity children, black children in general? Possibly. But people are saying your anger, though, Misa, is misdirected because according to an insider over at Homeland Security, they're saying that they are investigating concrete, detailed, explicit allegations in regards to trafficking. And apparently, also when it comes to firearms and things like that. So them securing the area, I briefly saw Emily D. Baker talking about this right before I became live. I didn't get to watch everything. And she said that's part of the protocol, especially with the allegations that Diddy is facing, according to some of these lawsuits. The other thing that I learned is that, and I don't think we are surprised by this. I know some people might think that these types of raids are very just like, oh, they're trying to gather information. According to, well-placed sources, no. A lot of times when these raids are happening is because they have a lot of information already. So we shall see. But the latest update is that Diddy and this whole situation is far from over for him. I saw Claudia Jordon on Fox Soul, TGIF, was speaking out about this. So let's see what Claudia had to say.
I want y'all to just think about something real quick. Albie Shore and Diddy are the only ones that are alive from that record company, right? The only ones that are alive.
Pause. She's talking about Uptown Records. That's not true. We still have Jodeci. We still have Mary J. Blige. I just want to point that out as we listen to this.
Actually, Heavy D was working on a book about his life, dead. And this is all on the internet. I think Jaguar talks about this. Mm-hmm. Andre Harrell supposedly was going to tell about his life, dead. Albie Shore supposedly was working on this before and then went into a coma. I remember this. Albie Shore is a friend of mine. We used to work out together in LA. I know him. Right before this coma, y'all, he was training for those celebrity boxing matches and then falls into this coma, and he almost died. Like they said when they opened up his insides and did the surgery, it was liquefied. So when things like this happen in your life, will you be a little bit more tight-lipped about things? Could that be a reason why maybe you didn't act the way we would normally think someone should act? I also think, in my opinion, because when Kim Porter, when she passed, she had nothing negative. Before she died, she had nothing negative to say about Albie Shore's parenting skills. You never heard her say that he was not a good dad. Never. I believe he was pushed out by Diddy. I believe Diddy wooed Quincy. I believe Diddy offered the fun stuff. You see he takes his kids drinking and hanging out and partying. What young, good-looking kid is not going to want to go along with that? Like, I just believe he was wooed away from his real dad with things. And I think Albie Shore finally feels comfortable. This is my opinion, y'all. This is my opinion. I think he feels comfortable speaking on it now. I do believe that there were suspicious things around Albie Shore going into a coma. I do believe that. And Albie Shore is not a thirsty guy. He's not. He's never been. He could have released a book when Kim passed. He could have done this a long time. He could have done a lot of stuff that he did not do. So I don't know, but I don't think he's a clout chaser. I don't. I really don't.
What do you guys believe? So we've covered a recent story over the weekend in regards to Albie Shore speaking out at a recent event.
We're going to be producing the Albie Shore life story. hold on to your britches. You'll really understand how I ended up in a coma. You're really going to need to call Homeland Security.
Saying that he's working on his life story. It's going to be a movie. And then he insinuates about revealing the details in regards to his coma. And he said, you're not going to have, I'm paraphrasing, then you're going to want to call Homeland Security then. Literally, this just happened with Homeland Security and Diddy. A lot of people have speculated, but there are some people slamming Al B. Shore, saying that, oh, you were never a good father to Quincy. But then some of us said, well, if we think about some of the things that Diddy has been accused of, like the Kid Cudi, the car blowing up situation. When we think about that and people saying that Diddy has a history, allegedly, of making these types of threats and getting away with it, having the police in his pocket, allegedly, could he be capable of doing something like this? Is part of the reason Al B. Shore stayed away from his son was because he was threatened? I mean, as we learn more about Diddy and Diddy and some of the things that he's allegedly done over the years or being accused of, it makes me wonder, like, well, it doesn't seem far-fetched. It doesn't seem far-fetched. So if you missed any of our coverage of the Diddy situation, be sure to check out some of those videos. We've covered quite a few different things, including we did a recent collaboration with Fem Tarot. So if you're interested in seeing some tarot cards pull and seeing what a psychic medium is picking up in regards to the Diddy situation, be sure to check that out. You can hear the podcast version on our podcast Kempire, or you can check out the video version on Fem Tarot's YouTube channel.
You bring the lighter, I got the fuse.